Okay, so I saw a question come up regarding how to make the mats or the presentations for competition, and I just wanted to share my way of doing it because it might help people. First thing I do is I make sure that I have my Photoshop document saved. But I will flatten my image and I will save it as a JPEG. I always make sure I save everything before I make my mats. Okay, so I have a flat image. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to do Control J for PC users. It's Command J, I think. But anyway, I'm going to duplicate my layer. There's a reason why I do this. I want to have control of both of these layers, because this one right here is the one that I'm going to set the stroke on. And typically for a stroke, I'm going to go for the most important thing within the image, but you can use any color. Anyway, so we'll say that's the color I chose, and I do it at 3 pixels. And it really depends on the file size, because pixels will be larger and smaller, but we'll go with 3 because I know the size. So then what I want to do is add my matting. So I know that this layer has the stroke on it, so I want there to be the mat. I go to my background and I'll do Image, Canvas Size, and then I'll just add typically 2 inches. It just depends on what you want. To the height, I know I'm going to add a total of 2 inches, so it's going to be 1 inch up here and 1 inch down there, and to the width, 1 inch here and 1 inch there. You can keep playing with it and you can keep adding. And then I'm going to choose a color, and I'm going to go with, we'll say that. And it adds a little bit. I know I want more, so I'll make sure I'm still on there. I'll go Image, Canvas Size, and I just play with it until I find something that looks right. And if you only want to add to the width, if you like your images on the mats to be off-centered, I've seen a lot of people do that. That's not my preference, but what you would do is just like you can click with these dots and it'll add only the 4 inches where you tell it to, but I leave it. And that's looking better to me. I wouldn't use this type. I would typically, probably for this little guy, I would go with a square. So let me show you that. Anyway, first hold on, Control O. That's what it would look like. But I'm going to back out, and I'm going to do, just to show you an example, a 1 by 1. This is not how I would crop it for competition, but I'm just going to show you if I went with a square. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I hate that saying, but it's the best way to say something, especially in, for examples in Photoshop, because there are so many ways and right way. Every way is typically a right way, but everybody does it differently. So know that that's okay if you don't do it my way. I'm just trying to give some examples. Control D. I'm doing this in the dark because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't shut my brain off until I got this done. Control J again. So I have a square crop. I duplicated my layer. I'm going to add my stroke. We'll just go with the same color. And then here I'm going to say Image. I go to this background layer. Image, Canvas Size. I'm going to add 6 inches each way, and there would be my crop that I would use. Then here's the advantage of doing it this way also, is if I want to go back here and double click, I can add like a drop shadow. Where is it? There. Let me go with the default. I'll reset the default there. and you would add like a drop shadow if you wanted that, or, you know, a bevel and emboss, interior shadow, however you end up finishing yours. But this gives you an idea. Now the next thing is, the advantage of doing it this way is if I wanted my mat to have a texture, I go down here and I can add my texture to this outside point only because the inside has been cropped here. So you can go like say filter gallery, and then you can do the, I think this is canvas. No, that's a texturizer. Well, we'll say texturizer. We'll just leave it there just to give you an idea. Oh, it is texturizer canvas, and then you can change your scaling, your relief, etc. Now it looks like it's on the picture, but it's not. Watch. It's only on that. I don't recommend doing something like this strong. You could get called out on it. It depends on the judges. So anyway, I hope this helps people and answers some questions. If y'all have any questions, you're always free to ask me, or a lot of other members help too. So, but I just wanted to make this for you guys. Make sure then you save it and do a save as. So that, and I usually do framed is what I call it. Okay, I cannot see my keyboard. F. Nope. F. I am. There you go. Cancel. But anyway, because I'm not going to save this framing, but I wanted to show you that. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Good luck.